Thanks for joining us today. Danny, American River Ace Hardware, and today we'll be going over removing a thermocoupler from an Ironwood 885, which will be similar from any D2 Traeger model. Our first step will be to remove the insulation panel off the interior of your 885 where your thermocoupler is. Very important part of this on used grills is a wire brush and clean out the head of your Phillips screw, because your driver won't be able to make it all the way in. It's a good way to round them off. So you gotta get in there with a wire brush and really clean them out, or a toothpick, kind of a dental tool pick, and make sure the head's really clean so you can get the grafts so they don't round out or break. Remove all but one of them, I'd say, to start with, and then remove the 2 screws on your thermocoupler, which is where I'm at right now. So let's go ahead and do that. So now that you have your thermocoupler removed here, this rubber grommet coming through the barrel, you'll have to push in. So you want to get that out of the way before the next step. And it's going to kind of fall back on the other side of the barrel here. It'll still be on the wire. And we'll dig that out after we get the thermocoupler unplugged from the controller. There is only one way this can go on or off. It has a plus and a minus, and one's a little bit thicker than the other. It will not go in the wrong way, so don't worry about that. And now we're gonna feed this through the center between the barrel and the hopper. The wire will come up right here. And this is where you pull the grommet out. And it's a split grommet. So we'll put that, I like to use this little meat probe tray if you have an Ironwood or a Timberline. Otherwise, an orange Traeger tray is a great place to put parts. And this will have to be fed this way, unless you want to cut the wires off. I don't have to replace these very often. But this one was hit by the customer when they were cleaning it and they broke off the end of it. They're pretty durable, and this one actually still worked. He was just concerned enough about it for us to go ahead and replace it, but it is completely working. I ran the grill a few times just out of curiosity, and it did work just fine. All right, so I have our new thermocoupler right here, Traeger sent to us. It'll come in a little box with this little orange cover on it. And there's the difference between the coating from what it used to have to what it has now. And then again, this one is still working. So now we're gonna install this, just doing the reverse of how we removed it, the old one. And while we are banging this around, I'm gonna put this cover over it until we get it set and put into place, just because I don't want to be the one to break it again. We're gonna feed the wire where it needs to go, which is gonna be down pretty obvious. I'd take the bottom cover off just to allow easier access. You don't have to, you can reach through here, but I battle myself enough. And then again, if you have it the wrong way, that big end will not fit in. So otherwise it plugs right in. Don't force it. If it doesn't go, it's probably the wrong way. Other than that, can go back for now. The grommet, again, it has that taper, and unless you're taking the hopper assembly off the barrel, which is not practical, we'll actually be flipping this around and putting it back in this way, which is going to be a little tough to see, but I got a couple new screws here. I just went through and replaced, one of them was real bad and there was another one that was questionable, so I got 2 replacement screws and the rest I'll just be reusing. I like to start with the top screw. On these, you want to make sure just to do them, get them started before you cinch them down, because they will not line up if you tighten one before all the screws are threaded in, at least. They never line up. So now that I have them all started, don't wrench them down too much because it's just holding the panel in. Now these controller screws are a sheet metal screw, so I'm just gonna zip those in. And now let's put it back together and fire it up, and we'll start barbecuing again.